We're close enough to 10:15 if you gals would like to come up. Claims, Jack. What do you have to do claims?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Rhonda Dean. I'm the Executive Director for CASA, and this is Jenny Allers. She's our BB SAC County Coordinator. Here are some handout things for you. I think this is the same letter that I sent to the Auditor's Office. The Auditor's Office, a couple weeks ago when I scheduled this meeting, I think I left a letter, so it is the same one. This is our annual making the trip around our 8 counties that we cover, to touch base with our boards of supervisors and city councils, to give an update of what's been happening over the last year, and to ask for, if you're able to, any contribution. CASA stands for the Centers Against Abuse and Sexual Assault. We cover Clay, Dickinson, Emmett, BV, Ida, Sac, Palo Alto, and Cherokee counties. We work with victims of domestic violence and sexual assault, stalking, dating violence, child sexual abuse in that 8-county area. Jenny is in Sac County. She's on call all the time to respond to any referrals that might come out of Sac County, but she spends 1 day a week in Sac County seeing clients individually, and has started a support group last fall in Sac County with, it ranges anywhere from 4 to 6 members participating in that support group. In the letter you'll see I've broken it down to what the Sac County numbers are, and I anticipate that those won't get any less. If anything, they're going to probably rise. We have taken a significant hit in our grant funding. That's about 65% of our funding. And over the last 2 years, we've taken about a 27% cut in funding, 12% coming up on FY11. So that's why community and support by our county governments was even more so important. Asking for $1,000 from Sac County for FY11.
So it's most of your funding at the state level and not the...
It's both. The funding streams are federal grants from the Violence Against Women Act and the Victims of Crime Act and Family Violence Act. That's a federal stream. Our state funding is called Domestic Abuse and Sexual Assault, and that's the one that's been the most volatile. I've been at CASA for 12 years, and I've never seen the grant funders issue contracts and then pull them back out with revisions because of that 10% that the governor asked for. We also get some state monies through Prevent Child Abuse. Our prevention education coordinator goes into area schools here in Sac County as well, and she actually does the schools in all 8 counties and does sexual abuse prevention, and that's through some state monies through the line of the Department of Human Services, and we don't know what that cut's going to look like either. So there's a big hatchet going on, and we understand the economy and what's happening in our state, but that's where we've seen kind of 2 things happening with both federal money and state money.
What's your plan of action?
I have a tentative budget. You see, this is what I attached with the 2010. Cutting 12% out of that is a lot, and we're going to have to cut back another staff person. We have gone from, when we merged with the former CADA in 2006, there was a total of, what did Julie say the other night, because we had a fundraiser. I think we had 14 total people that worked when the merger happened, and then because of the merger was to help with costs. And then now we're covering twice as many counties, and we now have 8 staff on the ground, and me as the administrator for 8 counties. And we're probably going to have to go down 1 more full-time staff person with these cuts.
Jim, when I first, and Jack probably will recall as well, when we first started, we were funding 1 in Carroll and 1 in BB, correct? That's right. The Carroll one folded. And so
they're actually, Carroll and Denison are covered by Fort Dodge now, which seems just crazy to me, but they have 8 counties that kind of has a weird shape to it, and we have south of Highway 20, the lower end of Sac County, all the way to the Minnesota border is our coverage area. So we continued to fund. This indicates that we didn't.
That kind of caught me by surprise.
Well,
Well, and the reason that it's zero is when I set the budget up, if there's not a commitment by that county, I don't include it in there because I have to make everything balanced. I believe that we did get something from you last year.
we did. In fact, I think it's more than, I thought it was more than $1,000.
Okay, okay.
But we're very happy.
We don't want it to be less. Do you recall how much it was?
I was thinking it was $2,500.
It's so high.
Really? Okay.
We,
I'm gonna go
but
back
we
and
need
look.
we were separating because we sent money both directions.
Okay.
And then when the south one folded, and I thought we continued to fund.
I'm gonna look, and I'll check with our accountant and figure that out.
Before you leave,
Okay.
when we get done here, we've got a recess waiting for the ambulance guy, I think. We'll run downstairs and see what's there.
All right. If it's 25, that's what our request would be. I will read you my letter. And because that local funding is so much more important now, we're going to be looking at our grants, which normally are 65%, are just squeaking back into less than 60. And so we're having to kick up that local contributions up. Our fundraisers are having to kick up our contributions and donations from individuals and service clubs, and just to be able to serve victims. And our numbers anticipated aren't going to go down with our funding going down. So,
and maybe if I can clarify, my position will not, the staff county position will not be eliminated.
Right.
If we eliminated staff, BB and SAC will still be covered.
Correct.
So
currently, the way we're set up, we have one person covering Clay and one person covering Dickinson counties, and then everyone else shares 2 counties. We're going to eliminate that, and Clay and Dickinson are going to have to take on another county, which population-wise is going to make it crazy busy. But
if it's not there, we missed the submission to continue it, because I know we've done it in the past.
And if it was, and I apologize that I don't have it on there, because that would be my error as well. Okay.
We haven't been, we certainly haven't been adding to, we've just kind of aimed towards staying status quo.
And any request we've done to any board of supervisors or city councils, we're not asking for an increase, we're asking for status quo, because we know that your budgets are just like ours. So.
Okay. Any other questions? Jack?
Well, like I said, we covered this before, and like I said, I thought we were 25, and I read 1,000, I thought.
Well,
I saw
I'll remark it.
I saw the back one, it has a zero.
Yeah.
So that's where
But again, unless I have that commitment, I don't set the budget up, because, we can't rely on it, I can't put it in there. So.
Just as an FYI, we review these budget requests in January.
Yeah. I tried to get here 2 different times, and I
Not this year, it was easy.
Okay. I get my sled out. I call my little red car the toboggan the way it is. Driving is just awful. But your county roads are fabulous. They are wonderful compared to some other ones that I've been driving on. So
they've done a good job.
they've done a great job.
It's just been a difficult mess for everyone.
yes, it has.
It reminds me when I was a kid and we had to go to school on Saturdays. I keep telling people that, and they're like, what? Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and call if you have any questions or anything comes up.
Okay.
And we'll wait and go check.
Recess.
Really kind of goofy. The Center Against Assault and Sexual Abuse, or whatever that.
It's CASA.
Yeah. Center Against Abuse and Sexual Assault. We funded that agency $2,500 in 07-08. We didn't spend anything. I'm not saying we didn't budget it, but we didn't spend anything in 08-09. We budgeted $2,500 for the current year, 09-10, and we haven't spent anything yet.
So they haven't.
And we didn't budget anything for 10 and 11 because no one's been in to request it.